is, take the glass in your hand and just have a little look. So from the left-hand side, just a little look at what's in there.
Last month of the year, and there's less tourists and no midges.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're Han and Trey, and we're probably lost. After exploring different parts of Europe for the last few months, we've arrived in the UK to start our epic road trip, where we plan to explore as much of England, Scotland, and Wales as possible. So far, we've been working our way north through York and Edinburgh, and now we've arrived in the Scottish Highlands. Come along as we visit the gorgeous town of Inverness and hunt for the Loch Ness Monster, before ending our day with some Scotch whiskey and traditional Highland music.
We made it all the way up to Inverness, and we're gonna start off by going to a place called Velocity Cafe and Bicycle Shop. It's a cafe and bicycle shop.
We had to try the Velocity, that thing? Oh, it is.
Turns out the blogs online are wrong. There's no such thing as a Velocity or a bicycle latte. We put way too much faith in the internet.
They really do have so many options of teas though, and they were saying like, we can make anything special, so maybe if you come in and you say, this is what I'm thinking the bicycle latte would taste like, maybe they'll just make it for you. I don't know. Thank you
very much.
Felt so silly. Next up is Leakey's Bookshop.
Leakey's is Scotland's biggest second-hand bookstore, and if you look closely right here, right there, that is the pulpit, because this used to be a Gaelic church. So a pretty cool glimpse into the past.
Sneak peek! This is where we're going tonight for the Scotch tasting. It's voted the best bar in Scotland.
So now that we stopped at Leakey's and we actually poked our heads over at McGregor's for half a second, we're gonna go over to the Victorian Market and check that out.
The Victorian Market was constructed in the 19th century to provide the community with a covered market. It was destroyed about 19 years later due to a fire, but luckily they were able to rebuild, and now it's home to meat vendors, fish vendors, candy shops, any sort of like Scottish little trinket that you want to get, you can probably find it here. The best part is they're all independently owned and operated, so you're helping out the small businesses in the community. You just want to pet one. Should I get this hat and pet one at the same time?
I think I might be able to find one a little bit later today, but Hannah doesn't know that, so we'll keep that secret for now. What's next, Hannah?
Next, we're gonna get in the car and go search for Nessie. Look at him!
And like I said, I just think Jesse's whole attack.
I'm glad we were able to find the hairy cows. They're right on the side of the road, right next to the Loch Ness exhibition, and that's kind of where I thought they'd be, and Hannah's over the moon. They're definitely wondering what the heck you're up to. Glad you got to see some hairy coos.
They were so cute!
I feel like no trip to Inverness is really complete unless you've come to Loch Ness to come and try and spot Nessie.
We actually chose to drive this way because it's home to the Urquhart Castle, and we aren't going in today because our budget went to a really cool experience tonight in Inverness, but supposedly the castle also provides some pretty amazing views of the loch.
One final little thing before we leave this area. Just because we're not doing the castle doesn't mean you shouldn't. If you're here on vacation, you absolutely should do the castle, because at the very least it provides an unbelievable view of Loch Ness. We'll probably look back in a few years' time and regret that we didn't go in, but not today.
We have some scotch to taste.
She's been trying to work on her Sean Connery accent. She's got a long way to go.
Trey found the cutest beach for us to go.
The ducks here are absolute menaces.
There's one he was staring right at me and just honking. He's quacking.
Honking them.
Honking.
All right, I feel like we have to get in the water. So I'm diving in. I'm just kidding, I'm gonna put my hand in. See how cold the water is? Oh my word. That is cold.
That one there?
Yes, sir.
Cool, okay, I'll put that in the bag for you.
Thank you very much. You said what?
Off to Nashville, one of the lucky ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if you're travelling for a year, how come you decided to do Scotland in the spring and not in the...
Because everybody says that this is the driest time of the year. It's the driest month of the year, and there's less tourists and no midges.
That's true,
Yeah.
yeah. When
I was
you put it, when you put
pretty-
it like that, it's a flawless...
Thank you.
This is adorable. I love it. We're going to McGregor's because that is where our Airbnb experience is with Davey. It is a Scotch tasting where we will listen to traditional Scottish folk music and try some of the best Scottish malt whiskeys from the region. Thanks for sticking with the drone videos and the travel guides that we don't necessarily know everything about. Also, by the time this comes out, we'll have 900 subscribers, which is awesome. So keep subscribing, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Guys, my name's Davey, and I'm going to be hosting your Highland Malt Whisky experience tonight. What we feel the three main ingredients to a good sort of Highland night: whisky, music, and history. Hands up if you love whisky. Right, okay, right. Hands up if you're not sure. This is the honest bit. Hands up, you absolutely hate whisky.
Hannah, go ahead.
Hate's a strong word, but I mean,
We've got quite a lot to choose from. There's about just over 30 distilleries in the Highlands. We focus on what is closest to Inverness. So a couple of the whiskies you'll drink tonight are literally 20 minutes away from here in the car. The furthest away is about 1 hour. But they're from different parts of the Highlands, so the style of these are different. Second thing, take a sniff. Work it around your mouth and let the flavours really open up. That's what we call the palate. Now, I've asked you to do all that, what I call neat or straight up, yeah? Should you or shouldn't you add water? The correct answer really is yes, you should. I would never ever to a Scotch whisky add a fizzy juice. And the first ever sighting of a monster in the Ness was just out there on the River Ness. There were a few Picts fishing in the river and preparing their boats and whatever else. What is documented as a seahorse or a sea monster rose out of the river and grabbed one of the Pictish guys that was fishing off the bank. And it's said that St. Columba waded into the river and gave the seahorse, the sea monster, the cross. He gave him the cross, and the sea monster spat out the Pictish man and swam up the river, never to be seen again. It's believed that there's underground channels that run right under Scotland to the North Sea. So there are undoubtedly big fish in Loch Ness. Is there a monster? I don't know. But drink these 5 whiskies tonight. That's your best chance of seeing Nessie, you know, something like that. This song is one of the most famous Scottish folk songs ever written. Is there anybody in here a fan of the books or the TV series Outlander? So this is the Skyboat song, or Over the Sea to Sky. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Smoke and a bit of peat in it. So this is your third dram, which is called Cwbocan. That's a Gaelic phrase there, Cwbocan, and Cwbocan means ghost dog. On the palate, that is when you do then get that little bit of smoke. So when you take a sip of that, hold it in your mouth, you will get that sort of smoke and peat on your palate there. They say bonfires and burning paper. How do you get that, Hannah? Do you get Taste notes for this are totally different. Notes of summer fruit tart with a sprinkling of ice and sugar, aromatic cedar, milky coffee and almond pastries.
You should like this, right?
You
should like this.
So that's on the nose. Then on the palate is like when one of my grannies, when I was a little boy, my granny would make jam. I used to go and visit and open the kitchen door, you'd get hit by this jamminess, all this smell. That's what I get off port matured whiskies. So yeah, I like to raise a little toast with this, and it's just simply to the people of the Highlands. And we call them the Highlanders, so this is for the Highlanders. Slangervar, Slangervar. So folks, I'm going to do one more song just to finish off the night. So I got back home about 1 in the morning and started writing this song, and by the time the sun came up in the morning, it was a summer's evening, so the sun was up pretty early, this song was finished, and dare I say it, so was the bottle of whiskey. Midnight driving up the road, the moon shining bright, a few miles further and I'll see the city lights. The gig is done, the songs are sung, it's now about one thing. Let's open up the whiskey and let the bottles sing. Clap your hands everybody! So take the bottle and the boss, throw the cork away. This old amber nectar, we'll see another day. Pour the grand glass, come to the top, cause this is the shade of angels and we cannot spill a drop. Yep, yep, woo. Yeah!
For the love of bikes, they're open.
And then from there, sorry, we're climbing a hill. And we're gonna come back. I'm running out of breath. We're walking up a hill. It's just so on brand for us to like walk into the first place that we go to and just make goofs of ourselves.
So the best bar, yes.
Excuse me, sir.
There's a hairy cow.
Here we go. They were so cute.
Yes, in Drumnadrocket, I believe is how you pronounce it. Let me know in the comments if that's correct, or if I just can't pronounce anything here in Europe.
We have to say extra hydrated because tonight we drink scotch. Is that better?
I thought I was gonna get undressed and go for a little skinny dip. One of us changed, one of us didn't.
Into my new pants.
She got her some pants. She got her some pants, guys. How are we feeling here?
My pants make me feel so cool. I love my pants.